Hi, Susan.
Hi.
Thanks for being with us today. And as a way of starting, I wonder if you could just share a little bit about your family.
Well, I have a husband and two children. My daughter, Charlie Beth, will be 10 in just a couple of weeks. My son is 6.
Ah, okay. And have you talked to them about not smoking at this point?
I have, since they were young.
How'd you start when they were young?
Well, my father-in-law died of lung cancer
Ah,
when my daughter was 3 and my son was only 6 months old. So they have known from very early ages that their grandfather, who they'll never know, died. He smoked his whole life, and that's something I feel strongly about. I did not want them to even consider smoking. So they know smoking is bad, smoking will kill you.
since they feel so strongly about not smoking, I suppose you're out of the woods now and they're smoke-proof.
I wish. I hope that that's had an influence on them, and I hope they'll continue to feel like that.
What's the risk, though? I mean, I'm saying that with a smile because the risk is when they hit middle school, between 12 and 14, what's going to happen? They're going to be offered a chance to smoke, they're going to see some kids smoking, and they're going to rethink it. And you hope that the value they formed as young children is enough to carry them through those risks. But what do you think is going to be some of the other determining factors when they get to be middle school age? And you've got a 10-year-old, so it's only a couple of years away.
I know. I do worry about peer pressure, especially with my daughter. She is very sweet, very loving, laid back, but she doesn't have a strong personality, and I see how much she's influenced by her peers in other ways.
Kids are very susceptible to the short-term peer pressure, particularly in middle school when they want to fit in, they want to be part of the group, and if they see kids that are smoking as cool, then that's a real temptation to, to start smoking themselves. But then if they have a lot of other arguments in mind, my parents are really strongly against it, it'll make me, look bad over time, it'll make my clothes stink, my breath stink, I'll get in trouble. A lot of other good reasons to say, well, maybe I'll just not do it anyway.
Well, we are very health conscious in our family. I'm a vegetarian. My daughter is a vegetarian. My son is experimenting with eating meat right now. But we talk about healthy foods all the time and exercise, and I tell them all the time, I want you to have a strong, healthy body. So I probably need to incorporate more of the non-smoking into those discussions too.
Yeah. But the foundation, if you want to be healthy and you want to have a strong, healthy body, that's the foundation. The smoking can come into that, drug prevention can come into that, a lot of other things. What can you do to help your kids learn how to say no effectively when they're offered a cigarette by a peer? Have you ever tried any role-playing or anything like that?
I have tried role-playing with bullying specifically. My son and daughter have both had situations on the bus, riding the bus home, where children are not nice, they may say ugly things, they may even push them a little bit, nothing very serious. But I did sit down with my son and daughter, and we talked about role-playing. What if I said this to you, and what would you say back? So you think the same thing could be applied to non-smoking?
Absolutely, yeah. And role-playing is a great way to help kids prepare, for situations that they might take them off guard otherwise. So the kids that your daughter hangs out with now, do they share her attitude about smoking being uncool? Or
I'm sure they
point?
do. I'm sure they do. I'm pleased with the type of friends that she is choosing. They're good kids, they have similar interests, they're all athletic, they like to get out and play. So I think I hear that you really have to watch your children's friends.
Yeah.
The older they get. I worry about her self-esteem, but I feel good when I see her friends because I know they genuinely like her as a person and they have very positive activities.
If you can get a group of friends together where the peer pressure is positive, everybody's talking about how bad peer pressure is, but peer pressure can be very useful also. It can encourage you to stay on a path that's, that's successful and working and healthy, as well as get you off onto the wrong road. Susan, thanks so much for coming in today. You had some great ideas, and I think your kids are going to be off to not just a great start, but I can't imagine that they're going to wind up smoking later on either.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.